Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 7 game for you and my Skane, going over the matchmaking, the threats to my ship. Somebody snuck a sneaky Belfast into the matchmaking. He's the only enemy radar, actually I think in the game. Aside from that, looking at, obviously the HE spammers, but the enemy DDs, Moss, Akatsuki, enemy Skane, and Obliska.
Let's get to it.
The map is Estuary. I spawn, unfortunately, in the center of the map. This is my least favorite spawn, but gonna try to work from it because, hey, it's what I got. So, while I'm sailing up here, my thoughts are, okay, this is one of the first few games I played in this ship. You know, what's some things that I can do with it? And I'm looking at the mini-map. I got 12-kilometer torps, and that's kind of obscene for tier 7. So I'm just gonna come up in here into the middle of the map and just try to clog this channel up. One of the things I've noticed, there is a tendency for random DD players to try to wait a couple minutes and then try to sneak through these gaps and try to backcap the enemy team. And I'm about 50% sure somebody's going to try to attempt it. But aside from that, I'm looking to see if I can use these long-range torps to maybe surprise something from a unique angle. So I'm looking right here, going to throw some torpedoes in here. Because why not? Apparently I can shoot the moon with these torpedoes. And just gonna sit in here, try to spot for allies if my DDs smoke up. Anybody shooting back in here, I should be able to spot, provide vision for my team. And just kind of play patient and just a blocking position right now.
Attention. Reporting a target's position.
Now, this is going to lead to a really good discussion about how these DDs work fighting other DDs and the repair party, because it's kind of obscene and kind of dirty how you guys are able to deal with a lot of destroyers. And bam, right there, get detected. I do land a torpedo on something. But me and this Moss have a date with Destiny. And that's going to lead into a pretty detailed fight that I'm going to work out with you right now. Right now I am inside his hydro range. He has smoked up. So I am going to throw some torpedoes in here. And I'm just going to pause it right here because I want to go over everything that's going on in my head. I kind of figured with the delay that he had thrown torps at me because he didn't just come around the corner and start shooting me. So I kind of figured that there were torpedoes already in play. He smoked up, he hydroed me, so this move gets me inside of, his smoke, the concealment rating in his smoke for when he's shooting. So now, this isn't a one-way, free-for-all for him. I've basically grabbed him by the belt and neutralized, a lot of the benefits that this hydro is giving him. I'm going to throw some torpedoes out here right now because I see how his DD is angled. Moss only has a couple guns in the front, couple guns in the back. So if I can keep this DD with his bow pointed at me, he's using significantly less DPM shooting at me, while I can use my full DPM right back at him. So there's some torps. Want to try to keep this guy straight. You can see, 2 guns in the front, his 2 guns in the back. Can't really shoot at me right now. I'm just slowing up right now, just trying to. You can see his stern guns turning. I do make a mistake there and lose him briefly in the smoke, but it's not the end of the world. He pushed back into me, and here we go. Now, I want to hit these, bright areas, the non-blackened areas, because I'll do more damage to those areas than he will me. Now, take a look at what's gone on. This Moss has lost half of his HP.
Solved, sir.
I used, a single repair party and wrote out, a lot of that damage. We're about equal right now. But the problem is, in 30 seconds, I get another repair. He's lost all that HP for the rest of the game. So, spammy torpedoes, just throwing them out there. Maybe I get lucky. I know this smoke's going to be going down shortly. I want to come back in for a little nibble because 13 seconds, I've got another repair party. As this fight progresses and keeps going, I get stronger over time. He keeps getting weaker and weaker. So, gonna throw the shots out there. You see me pop the damage control. I am gonna pause it right here because I do want to point out, I do want to spend some time with this ship in the training room with Moss, because my experience, something is telling me that I'm taking full AP pen damage, when usually with this shot profile on a DD with a Moss, I would be overpenning the DD. So I need to check to see if anything changed, because I'm seeing that he's shooting AP. This should all be overpens. The damage should be in my favor, but he seems to be landing, some pretty significant hits.
Engine boost deactivated.
But just gonna keep working on him.
Torpedoes astern.
He did throw torpedoes out there. You can plainly see that break in firing. Torpedoes were obviously coming. And again, this Moss is now crippled. Yes, I've lost a significant amount of HP, but I still have all of these repairs, left online. And at this point, if this Moss tries to come back, he's gonna die. And I have, an allied Skane pushing in right now. We're getting ready to push, basically counter push them into CCAP. So I'm just waiting for my repair to get a little closer to being up before I push out and commit myself to combat. My Skane spots the Moss and one-shots him. Now, my Skane also spots the Akatsuki, and the Akatsuki is really low, so it's definitely a good time to push this guy and see if we can't pick up the kill. I'm popping another repair party. This one's going to bring me back to a third of my HP. So, not only have I duked it out with a tier 7 DD, I'm back up to a third of my HP, and I still can recover more of my HP. If you look at the gray indicator, I'm going to be able to get back up to half of my HP. So a lot of benefits there. If you're able to spread these engagements out, you just bleed enemy DDs in these fights.
Engine boost activated.
So I'm following up with my Skane here. The enemy team isn't going to really know I'm here unless they can take a look at the cap and they know the cap rates.
Torpedoes direct front.
Okay, I see the enemy Skane coming. I'm taking a look. I know this guy is, he's either going to end up coming back this way, maybe go to B-cap, but I think most likely he's going to come around this edge here to try to tackle us in a fight. My Skane had, he's briefly going to get spotted by the Akatsuki. I'm just going to stay dark for this whole engagement here. I wanted to make it look like, you know, there's only one Skane in the backfield. I want to see if I can bait this DD into coming into a 2v1. My Skane was able to pick up the kill, and I'm having a stroke aiming my guns for some reason. That's not the game, that's me. But nice surprise party for the enemy Skane. And I'm just throttle jockeying right here. I have used my last repair party, and I have gotten back to half HP, roughly. And I'm giving my friendly Skane a little bit of grief because he's getting all the DD kills. I'm doing most of the damage to a lot of these DDs, and he's picking up the kills, and it's just the way it's working out. But at the end of the day, get him down, get him out of the way, and we'll be good to go. So I'm looking at the mini map, and I'm seeing that we're gonna have a push through where I just pinged. So what I want to do is twofold. I'm seeing this go on right now, the blue skin our Akatsuki. I want to try to, you know, jump into that party and turn it into another 2v1. So I am going to throw some torpedoes out here, and then I'm going to get my guns on this Bliska and, you know, go party. A little bit of replay error. This King George was actually shown as rushing into the channel when I torped. He's going to end up slowing down and missing those torps. It is what it is, but I'm already back onto this Bliska. I think caught this guy completely flat-footed. Wasn't expecting, you know, another DD in his face. Able to put him down, and nobody's around to keep me spotted, so I'm just able to instantly drop off. Now, I am a little concerned here because I'm seeing some crossfire start forming on the enemy team. You've got the Synop pushing my team here. That's one angle of fire. You have the Colorado here and the Gneisenau here, all cross-firing this. So rather than try to tackle this stuff coming into the cap, I'm going to take really deliberate aim at this Gneisenau. I want to start trying to roll back some of this crossfire threat on my allies back here. So you can see I'm really just watching this guy, and it's looking to me like he's just trying to bow tank, and he's actually got his guns turned on C to try to shoot anything that's spotted back in here. So looking like those torpedoes are looking really good right now. Beautiful. Now, not beautiful. It killed my torpit rate. Instead of 6 out of 6, I got 1 out of 6. What's a guy supposed to do if he can't maintain a double-digit torp rate because people won't put a detonation flag on? I demand a recount. So again, taking a look at the King George here, I'm still looking at this Colorado's a bigger threat to my team because they've got the crossfire here. So I'm just kind of predicting where this Colorado is going to go. I'm sure he feels pretty comfortable. There's not any DDs near him. But again, with a DD that can torp the moon, are you ever really safe in the water? So here, our cap control's paying off. We're up over 900 points. Those torpedoes are looking good. In hindsight, I should be gunboating the hell out of this stuff down here. Even with my limited HP, we're gonna win this game regardless of what these guys do. So why not get some more damage? I should have been able to break, you know, probably 80, 90k if I would have been shooting already, rather than look at torpedoes that are gonna either hit or miss. You know, doesn't matter whether I'm looking at them or not. But at the end of the day, this game's gonna end here very shortly. Threw some torpedoes out there at the enemy shores, and just gonna get ready, put a couple shots in, and that's gonna end this game. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.